can be stopping this. This is a very familiar kind of situation, similar to the Christmas Augury of the previous Tengu Cup, right? When Christmas Augury proc that her unique skill, the race was basically over. But now we're seeing Nishino Flower have a very similar result, right? And now in our fourth race, Rammer, will they be able to challenge HoriYon in this semifinals? They've shown that they can do it, but they have to make sure that things go in their favor again. But the question is that going to happen, or will we have our first finalist here? And so far, not a lot of late starts here. Well, actually, there might have been a group action at the back there. So we get ourselves now into the fourth round. Major Palmer at first place here, and 2 Taiki shuttles. Oh my gosh, this is... What is this placing here? This is not a good sight to see if you're HoriYon, as now Taiki Shuttle here at the front with another Taiki Shuttle in third place. Then it is the Simboli Rudolph with Nishino Flower and Special Week overcoming Taiki Shuttle. And look at her, she's so behind now here in the mid race. Taishin though looking very strong. And that's not a good sight if you're HoriYon. But Taishin though, looking very strong with the keep pushing ahead, now being procced by the Metro Palmer once again. Slowly edging ourselves into the...
This might be a repeat of that.
Yeah, last spurt now. As the Taiki Shuttle, look at that, she's so close from the victory. I believe that's Rammer's Taiki Shuttle once again. As now we enter the last spurt, Taiki Shuttle going to push for this one already at first place. Look at the back though. Someone is making a strong finish. It's the King Halo at the very edge of this race. But Taishin looks to challenge. Is she going to be able to surpass it? Oh, it's the Special Week. Special Week here at the corner will overcome the odds. And we were looking at the Taishin to do it, but Special Week from the inner rail will cement it. And that was so close here for Rammer.
That Special Week had not been performing all that well. I was not expecting this.
Yeah, exactly. Special Week didn't have the best performances in those previous races, but able to close it out in the end here for HoriYon. And let's get ourselves into the results here. 9th place is Metro Palmer. 8th place is the Simboli Rudolph. 7th place to the Nishino Flower. A brutal placing for this case, isn't it?
Very much so.
And 6th place now to Haru Ura, with 5th place to Taiki Shuttle, 4th place to the Rammer's Taiki Shuttle, 3rd place to the King Halo, and 2nd place again to the North Taishin, but 1st place to Special Week. All 3 members of HoriYon taking a win here in the semifinals. Okay, now start with our races here shortly. But yeah, oh my gosh, I need a moment to breathe here. It's been crazy. It's been crazy. I'm not sure who's going to win, honestly. It's
anybody's game at this point.
Indeed, it is. And I don't know what to say. Like, we just have to get ourselves mentally prepared into this round 5 of this second semifinals of the Tengu Cup. I don't even remember what it's called. It's the third Tengu Cup, you know. In this, the Hakugyokurou Kinen. And wow, guys, yeah, back here in the paddock, readying up is the members here. Oh, everyone is readying up. And for Team Valiona, still looking for their first win after 4 races. And if they want to keep their hopes and dreams alive here, they really need to win now. So we get ourselves in the start, and oh, it's a black. Way behind actually. there at starting spot, but still occupying the first spot. We'll see if the gap is going to be big because yeah, that late start early was kind of brutal, wasn't it? Since Sky sitting at the front with El Condorpasa and Sakura Chiyo now at the back. But look at the gap here between the Pace Chasers. This could be a worrying side, but look at Grass Wonder moving up here in the 5th place as Volyona's Dober is here at the back. They're kind of falling behind actually now with Vodka. And ladies and gentlemen, we are in the mid-race. Kita-san Black in a very, very strong position at the moment with the winning cheer. This is a really worrying sign if you're team CrazyDave. It's a victory cheer close to Proc. Who is going to challenge here? 4th spot is still this Grass Wonder. Can she make the challenge? Slightly tapering off at the back actually now. So far, it's only been the Kita-san Black to take that unique proc. And now at the back line, who is going to challenge? It seems like, Grass Wonder is coming in for the throat. As who is at the first spot? Or someone has overtaken the first spot. But look at that, it's El Condorpasa and Grass Wonder are pushing forward here. Vodka as well. And CrazyDave, this is it. This is going to be the end of this best of 5. CrazyDave has secured it. All 3 members in the top 3. And
what a dominant finish!
What a dominant finish indeed. That was insane.
Oh my, all 3. That's crazy.
And for Grass Wonder, she was looking for their win constantly, right? And able to finally do it here. As we read off the final results of today's semifinals. 9th place is Seiyun Sky. 8th to Vodka for Dardo. 7th to Captain Dober. 6th place to Sakura Chiyo. 5th to Gold Ship, which means Team Veliona will bow out of the competition in 7th to 9th place. Unfortunately, will mirror the results in the Tengu Cup of yesteryear, with Kita-san Black getting 4th place. Dardo will be bowing out of the grand finals, but will still have a chance to qualify. I will still qualify into the tiebreaker match, right? And with CrazyDave, 3rd place to Vodka. 2nd to El Condorpasa, and ladies and gentlemen, your 1st place finishers moving into the grand finals here is Grass Wonders. CrazyDave, congratulations. Absolutely amazing. This has been insane.
Absolute
this has been
cinema.
My favorite. This is my favorite. Honestly, this is my favorite. Best of I've ever seen, and
same.
It's just crazy.
Easily probably the most hype match for this tournament.
Indeed. Potentially the last match here of the race between Blue and Tsukasa. We've seen this story before in the grand finals of the previous Tengu Cup. And now, in the semifinals here of the Hakugyokurou Kinen, backs against the wall, Blue pushing it so far with Tsukasa now catching up. They didn't have much start coming into this match, right? They didn't, basically no expectations, or perhaps that was the main thing that has put them in this position.
This team has looked stronger than ever before without any changes.
Exactly.
Is it this race environment? I don't know.
Get ourselves into this format. The match will surely begin very shortly here. Press Tsukasa and Blue, 1 win away from the finals. And the loser will go into the 4th place match, but no chance at contesting for a championship here. And off to the races we go, a rush here for the Grass Wonder, and Sansuka now occupying the front here for Team Mia, still chasing their first win, right? It has not been a good sight to see. So we get ourselves closer and closer into the mid race here. Ogurikap occupying 4th place in a very strong showing here. So far, this could be the best one we've had yet. This line here getting closer and closer into the runaways. The Grass Wonder moving up very strongly. This could be a really good sign here for Blue. Again, the spurt here for the Silent Suzuka, who is going to challenge here. So we get ourselves into the last spurt now. Silent Suzuka still at the front, but look at Ogurikap at the back. At 4th place at the moment. She's really challenging now at the front here, as here comes when there's a will, there's a way. As we're getting ourselves, it's a 1st place now for the Ogurikap, who is going to challenge here for the other teams here. Smart Falcon, Taishin, and Brian moving up into the front. The rest of the team looking to cement their victory here in the semifinals. Taishin will be the winner once again here.
A dominant top 3 finish.
Exactly, a top 3 finish for Tsukasa, a familiar sight, similar to CrazyDave, right?
Making a statement that they will not take these losses sitting down.
They will not be silenced here, and another tournament favorite will make it into the finals here. Ladies and gentlemen, Tsukasa moving into the finals here.
Oh my goodness. This has been the craziest semifinals in Tengu Cup history. Just hands down, no contest.
Absolutely, as we get ourselves into the results of the final race here. 9th place to the Silent Suzuka of Mia. 8th to the Silent Suzuka of Blue. Just could not keep up in this race. 7th to the Silent to Special Week. 6th to Taiki Shuttle. 5th to Smart Falcon. And 4th here, the Grass Wonder of Blue. So close yet so far. And for the NA supporters there, they really made them believe, right? So close.
I had hope. Oh my goodness. My region almost wasn't cooked.
For the rest of the members here, Tsukasa's Ogurikap in 3rd place. 2nd is the Naruto Brian. And 1st place, once again, is Naruto Taishin.
Oh my, what a I don't know, what a races, crazy.
Hello everyone, welcome back into the Tengu Cup. Hakugyokurou, Kinen, and my name is Tsukasa, and I am with my guest as usual.
Hello, it's me, Hakugyokurou.
Today we are at the final day of the Tengu Cup here, the grand finals. We have two first to threes upcoming for today, isn't that right?
Yes, sir, yes, sir. And they are going to be absolute bangers, trust me.
Absolutely, absolutely. And this is the final day of this tournament, and we have been building up to this very point for quite a while now. Actually, a month. These events do take longer than they should, but hey, I mean, we've gotten to this far, and we're finally here in the finish line, basically. But
exactly, and it will be worth the wait, trust me.
Absolutely. So to begin with our broadcast, of course, we will be once again it's showing that if you are curious on how to join these Tengu Cups in the future, it will be you must join our Discord server. Well, at least you must be able to provide us with the information, the instructions here. It's shown in the screen at the moment. So if you're interested, please contact one of us. Well, just contact me, and we should set you up pretty well. With that said, though, let's go ahead and actually discuss about the Tengu Cup again. This is we've seen this visual a few many times already, but I mean, this is the first time we had a Mile Cup, right? And what can we say? This is the most incredible Tengu Cup we've had so far. So do you think it's like the magic of the Mile Cup?
It might be because before we had, the metas were kind of figured out. You'd always get like the same few people kind of performing well, but the Mile Cup, it has shaken everything up so much.
Exactly. It has been an absolute joy to watch, seeing different kinds of teams be able to perform here in this in this new format. I mean, it's on the semifinals. So many different teams were able to took games against each other. It was not just like a constant thing. So coming up into this next rounds, do you think we're gonna see a very similar?
I think we will. I mean, every single round so far, I've had my predictions. I've had guesses on what will happen, and every single time, without fail, some kind of crazy event has happened.
That is true. So, speaking of course, in our semifinals, we did have a few teams that were eliminated from the cup here, and I mean, just to talk about them, right? The one of the US teams got eliminated. Surprisingly, we did not end with the last hope of US getting eliminated, wasn't it? Torrent.
Yeah, that was crazy.
Kind of got eliminated, for third places in a row. Valiona and Mia, on the other hand, I think Valiona especially really fought really hard in that semifinals. So it was a very competitive show for Valiona. A shame that they didn't get a single win, right? But it was close. It was close. It's actually,
absolutely.
And for Mia, of course, getting elimination.
That was
and
heartbreaking.
let's actually get into those semifinals results here. Here's the visual of all those races we had. Of course, it might be a little confusing, but basically, you can check the Umamusume in the background, and just kind of see like the result page here. And this one's for the first semifinals we had. It was between HoriYon, Rammer, and Torrent, and I think I didn't obviously I think from the analysis last time we expected this race to be pretty one-sided, right? Like I think
we did.
I predicted the Rammer was gonna take one game, and they did take one game. But like one surprising thing is that I didn't expect how strong Rammer was in this cup. I mean, in this specific semifinals, and it all stems down to the Taiki shuttle. Look at that, a 2.5 APR, like average per round race.
Dude, that is insane.
Yeah, and coming into this tiebreaker match, I mean, this Taiki shuttle might be the #1 favorite.
Certainly. I have a lot of faith on them.
Exactly. But let's get to the eliminated team first, Torrent. And I mean, what do you think went wrong with Torrent's run in the semifinals?
I, I'm not quite sure myself. It just seems like compared to compared to the other two, we just could not keep up, and maybe the conditions weren't right, or maybe the Umas were just not at a high enough level.
True. And I mean, looking at this, looking at this, right? It's a very telling story here where, I mean, in this race, it was definitely like the three specific aces, right? That's really stepped up here: the Naruto, Taishi, and Taiki Shuttle. And for the Taiki Shuttle here of Thorn, it's a little disappointing because I feel like when it comes to Taiki Shuttle, they were the Taiki Shuttle team. They were the ones that run them 3 times in a row. But coming up into this mile race where it seemed like it was their race and their environment, really fell short once again.
Yeah, it was very unfortunate to see. Had a lot of hope for that Taiki shuttle, the prize Duma.
Yeah, and just for a moment here, let's go ahead and look for let's see if I have it saved. Here you go. We have the torrent list for the results here, and comparing it to the results of last time, I think torrent, they were definitely like a pretty, they had like a really big weakness in that Metro Palmer was kind of useless in this race. She just couldn't she couldn't really keep up the steam going, despite having a unique where it's like it's a recovery unique,
Yeah. So
and for Taiki Shuttle and for Taiki Shuttle is especially, she just really didn't show up,
Yeah, it was. It just felt like she didn't have a presence in the race at all.
Yeah, and looking at the rest of these stats here, I mean, for Simply Rudolph, just to mention here, the first stat, the first number here at the left is the ones from the round robin, and the ones at the right is their performance in the semifinals. And just just to see like Simply Rudolph really couldn't keep with the competition as well here, compared to round robin. And for Torrent, they did have a pretty decent run here, but I think the inconsistencies really they got caught in that when the three teams, like the three teams met up. The other two were just way more consistent and way more, should I say superior?
Yeah.
Maybe superior is not the word, but they were definitely a lot more prepared.
Yeah, their peaks were higher and more easy to reach.
Yeah, absolutely. And so for Torrent here, I think they had a pretty solid run. It's just that I don't think they were really in the same level as everyone else in the semifinals, really. At least in this particular semifinals, Raj.
Hope to see him do better next time.
Yeah. So coming up here, of course, is the second semifinals here, the CrazyDave versus Valiant Retardo match. And this was a banger, right? This was, I think, such an insane race, and I still can't believe that that Valiuna was not able to snag at least one win.
Yeah, that was like, they looked like Valiuna looked so close. So many of these races was always a threat. Just the other two, I guess, just had those brief moments where they just did better.
Yeah, and I think one really surprising statistic in this is the fact that despite Vodka being the one to secure like 2 wins for the team, she didn't have the higher statistic here. Was actually the the ace here of CrazyDave. She was putting up crazy numbers.
True. It was, I mean, it was so hyped to see.
And here for Dardo, a win here for the Kita Sambak, a win for the Vodka. Vodka hasn't won since the last chance qualifier, I believe. So coming up here, and able to step up for the team, it was massively impressive here. And for the gold chip, I mean for Valiona, it was an unfortunate result because coming up they were the pretty solid seed into this race, and unfortunately their members just couldn't really keep the they just couldn't finish. And for Captain Dover, I think one of the more disappointing parts of this team is the fact that Dover really kind of just didn't show up much in this tournament, right? So
Yeah, certainly.
very gold ship sided kind of leadership. I mean, well, gold ship really stepped up when it mattered, but unfortunately just couldn't put an end to it. And for Saiyan Sky, I mean, it's a front runner, right? It's a struggle when you're in the front, and we had so many runaways in this tournament. It was a bit much,
Insane, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, what you can say though is that, I mean, she was competing with Kita-san Black, and I think all of the races Kita-san Black completely dominated that first position, right?
Yeah. It was kind of hard to compete with her running around.
Absolutely. So anything like, you kind of, aside from Veliona's team here, I guess the Uma we should be talking about here is the teams here from Dardo, because, I mean, they did put up an insane fight, but do you think the numbers are a little scary coming into this tiebreaker match?
I think so. That Cutie-san Black is looking a little threatening, and Vodka has proved she can lock in once in a while. So I think definitely someone to keep an eye out for.
That's true, but I feel like what's not really referring to is like, coming in against Rammer, this could be a really dangerous kind of situation coming up. I mean, Rammer only played 4 races, but it's your highest of 4.4. There's that inconsistency that could be a real big issue coming up into this tiebreaker match.
Yeah, a win is going to take a lot of luck aligning.
Absolutely. So let's actually get a comparison for the team that got eliminated here, right? Let's see, Veliona, and I mean, you can see from the numbers, it was just a really steep decline in performance from the Umas here. I mean, for Dover, it was a very similar result, but for Saiyan Sky and for Gold Ship, it was just kind of rough.
True, it was just very, very unfortunate results. The goal, she had to carry the world on her shoulders, and she just couldn't handle that weight.
Yeah, it's definitely a lot of pressure, and for Saiyan Sky, just a very difficult situation to be in. So, unfortunate for Veliona, but they fought hard at the very least, right? So coming up next is our third semifinals, and the Tsukasa versus Mia versus Blue match. And I think this one was definitely the more surprise. I think out of the 3, this was the most surprising in terms of the result. I think a lot of people probably expected a more one-sided affair in this semifinals, but I mean, it was pretty close, wasn't it? Rui, your mic is having issues, by the way.
Oh, goodness.
But while my partner is trying to fix it, really just looking at the results here, guys. We have Grass Wonder taking a win for Blue. It was Grass Wonder and Silent Suzuka, and they were quite close at finishing it off, but thankfully here for Tsukas's team, the Taishin taking 2 strong victories here, and their consistency of the Metro O'Brien has been, a major factor. So, are you here again, Rue?
Sorry, yeah, my
computer has decided to not work with me. I'm so very sorry.
It's okay, no worries, you're all good now. But yeah, looking at the statistics page, I mean, I think the biggest one we should talk about is Mia, right? I think we had a lot of expectation coming into them. They were the 4th seed in the match. They had this really threatening Taiki shuttle coming through, and all across the board, all members just had a complete collapse in that semifinals match.
Absolutely. Like, I don't know what happened for them. It was just, they looked like a completely different team out there, and I sadly don't mean that in a good way.
Yeah, I mean, in the first race, they seemed like they were really, they were kind of prepared to contest here. They didn't take the win, but at least they got 2nd place. But like afterwards, 3rd place after 3rd place, it just seemed like they just were not mentally in there coming into that race, and it showed greatly. I mean, Taiki Shuttle, Smart Falcon,
Absolutely.
you know, I mean, Silent Suzuka was never going to win, but for the other two, they were poised to have some solid performances, but they just couldn't keep up. They were
Yeah, they just
struggling extremely hard.
absolutely collapsed after that first race. It was genuinely so sad to see from them.
For Blue here, with the pretty solid averages, right? It's not the highest, but I guess, you know, coming into a best of 5, definitely definitely a struggle. And but for, you know, for what it is, they're the lowest seed team in the playoffs. I mean, they did pretty impressive, right?
Absolutely, that was they genuinely never looked better in this cup, and it was so amazing to see.
Absolutely. So with that said here, ladies and gentlemen, let's actually discuss about our next upcoming match here, the tiebreaker race that we will be having first. And I will say these three, it's been a insane journey for them, you know. We have 2 Philippine teams, 1 team from the US, the last remaining one who, I mean, and I will say all 4 of the 3 of these teams, they really punched up of their pay grade, right? These 3 teams
Absolutely.
really put in the work to get in here, and I think it's definitely deserved in this tiebreaker match, you know, for Drummer, for Dardo, for Blue. I think this is definitely that, you know, can't doubt that they were the ones that really showed up and really should have been here.
Certainly put up absolutely insane numbers and gave us a really exciting underdog story from them.
Absolutely. So let's actually, you know, just to look through with the members here. Let's go ahead and look at Ramer's performance now. With the average of, you know, it's pretty. They had a really consistent average in the round robin, but coming into this playoff match, definitely some red flags in that Harura and King Halo didn't perform. But against HoriYon, this Taiki Shuttle was a monster.
Yeah, like she put up crazy numbers, and I'm definitely expecting to see a lot from her.
Absolutely, I think she could probably single-handedly carry this Rammer team into winning this tiebreaker match, and you know, coming up with the other teams here, Dardo, definitely not as strong, but you know, perhaps the strength of his Kita-san Black could be the one that breaks the ice, right? And we've shown she's able to match up against really, you know, of course all 3 of them are able to match up against strong competition, but she specifically has had a massive improvement since the last chance qualifier. And coming up here, right, she didn't have the biggest glow up in terms of like results, but she still had a win against CrazyDave. And you know, I think her capability to dominate that frontrunner position has been extremely essential for this Dardo team.
And if she's allowed to keep doing that, I see some very great things in the future.
Absolutely here. Now for Dardo, newcomer into this club, definitely has left a mark already in this tournament series. And of course, we have Blue here, the last hope of the US, and you know, and I think coming into this tiebreaker match is they're definitely not underdogs. I will say they're definitely a force to be reckoned with.
Looking stronger than ever, and I've learned not to underestimate them anymore.
Absolutely, especially this Grass Wonder and Silent Suzuka. We have been eyeing them as like the 2 pretty strong forces. Well, especially Silent Suzuka, right? Grass Wonder, I think she showed up massively in that semifinals, and perhaps she can repeat the same success here. Hopefully, right?
Oh, hopefully so. I mean, if not, it would be pretty unfortunate.
Absolutely. So with that out of the way, ladies and gentlemen, apologies if I keep messing up my words here. Here are the top 10 APR in this cup, and for this particular race, we're eyeing on Rammer and Dardo here. Dardo's Kita-san Black top 9 in the semifinals, and for Rammer, the top 4 actually. So like,
yeah.
You know, just some statistics, right? definitely seeing a lot of the top leaderboards here. But for for Dardo and Rammer, I hopefully I can give us like a little bit of more insight into what to expect here. And I think for Rammer's Taiki Shuttle, this is definitely their race to win. They are heavy favorites.
Absolutely.
I think maybe not heavy favorites, but they're definitely the Uma to look at, to eye out for as we come into this race here, ladies and gentlemen.
Of course.
The tiebreaker match will begin soon, and I am very, very excited. We are about to start.
I am too. It's going to be a great one.
So, ladies and gentlemen, this will be the first race of the day and the first race of our, tiebreaker match. And last time we had a tiebreaker match, I believe it went to 4 games, right? Where you took
I believe so, yeah.
Yeah, Team Ru took 1 game, and then not Torrent, it was who was it again? Mia. It was Mia who took 3 games in a row. Unfortunately for Mia, really underperformed in that semifinal, so would not be able to participate here. But yeah, actually I think all 3 of the teams from that tiebreaker match did make it. So
Yeah, well, hey.
but yeah, coming
We'll
up
see
here
some
now,
fresh faces here.
we have the Taiki Shuttle here from her, number 3 according to the game. The King Halo, number 2. And who would be number 1? Oh, it's the Harura! That's so cute. I mean,
Oh, look at her.
it's like when you call something cute, even though it's like a monster in something, it's like a little something, yeah, let's get
Nah,
ahead.
she's
And then start this now. So here we go. A late start, I think, from King Halo. A little bit from Harura, and off we go into the races now. Blues and Suzuka obviously overtaking in that first place. So really, it's a big lead at the moment here. Kinen Black struggling to keep up here, rocking that prudent positioning just to maybe make a difference, but it's not really doing anything at the moment. She's even falling back as the back Chion all here. Then the Taiki Shuttle and a mosh pit of late surgers in the back here as we get into the mid race, and so far it is a very silent Suzuka favorite here for Blue.
Can she keep it up?
So here comes the unique pop here for Dardo. Look at the victory cheer that could maybe give this Kitasan Black a fighting chance in this race. But it's so close at the back here. Super duper climax now to recover some stamina here for this Haru Urara on the side here of Rammer, and so far not a lot of movement coming into the stop sprint side. Suzuka still at the very front and still very, very dominant.
Oh my
Can anyone
goodness.
keep up with this Umamusume? Wait, look at the back, it's like he shuttle.
Oh.
There's a way now coming in here. At 4th place is this Grass Wonder, but is it going to be enough? It's a bit of a struggle here. Haruura moving up from the back. Taiki Shuttle is not able to keep up. It's Haruura. Haruura's pushing. It's Kitasan Black as well. Haruura and King Halo actually.
Out of nowhere.
From Rammer. Oh my gosh, fortunately was not able to keep up, but Rammer
Oh my goodness.
striking hot here as she takes the first win for this cup.
Oh my, that was.
As we take a list now for the races. Apologies, right? But like, yeah, you can go ahead. Discuss.
I was just like not expecting that King Halo. I was so focused on like everyone else, and then by the time that it was finished, she just slipped right ahead.
Absolutely dominant performance here from the King Halo. So let's go ahead and list down the results here. In 9th place is Vodka, 8th place is Kitasan Black, and 7th place is the Sakura Chiyo no Oh, that is a brutal result here for Dardo in this first one.
It's rough. But hey, it's not the end of the world if you're Dardo though.
Absolutely. 6th place is the special week here for Blue. 5th place is the Taiki Shuttle of Rammer. 4th place is the Silent Suzuka. 3rd place is the Grass Wonder, which will mean that he will have the 2nd place spot here in this first round of the semifinals. 2nd place is the Haruura, and 1st place is the King Halo. And I mean, what a race so far! That was extremely impressive here
I loved
Hammer.
that one. It's looking to shape up to be another banger.
Absolutely, and you know, it definitely is worrying here for Dardo coming up with that kind of result, a bottom 3 resulting, right? It's never a good look. Certainly coming into, you know, one of the most important matches in your, you know, in your career, right? This is the tiebreaker match, fighting for that really solid spot. You know, didn't make it to the grand finals, but at least minimum trying to contest here, and it's a worrying sight. It's a worrying sight if you're Dardo, but hopefully they can bounce back. And same for Blue, who I think for Blue there really had a really solid, really had a solid chance to win that one with the Silent Suzuka, but just couldn't keep up in the end.
Certainly. So not all hope is lost. It is still looking to be very winnable.
Indeed, but I guess that is to be expected. It's such a front-sided kind of matchup for Rammer.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, potentially could have made it to the grand finals if they had the different semifinals, perhaps, you know?
Yeah.
So we now get ahead and start this race, and off to the races we go. And I think a much better showing here for Kitsan Black, or it's a bit of a falling out here as Silent Suzuka once again creates such a massive gap, and this is such a problem for Dardo. If Kitsan Black cannot keep up, and so far though, maybe I'm seeing a little bit of motion and to contest here with the Taiki Shuttle and Chionoo at the very back there. They're the two pace chasers of this cup. Taiki Shuttle, solid positioning as you get into the mid race, and it's really hard to get a visual of the late surger back at the back right. It was King Halo actually. Sorry, King Halo, the one to move up here. And if King Halo has a good positioning, this could be really problematic.
Oh, certainly.
So we now get ourselves closing to Leicester, the super duper climax now being propped by the Haru Urara. Ladies and gentlemen, off to the last spurt we go here. Silent Suzuka still pushing up the front. Kitsan Black is trying to keep up here, trying to chase, but she is slowly tapering off now. Taiki Shuttle currently occupying 3rd place, I believe. Here comes the Grass Wander from the very back, now occupying 4th place in 3rd. Now challenging here for Team Blue, and she is so close here. Oh, King Halo though is tailing him. I think we have a problem here. Oh my gosh. Are we live? I think we are now live. I'm really sorry for the technical difficulties there. I'm not sure what happened. But just to recall, ladies and gentlemen, it was a victory here for Rammer. We can get a replay of that last round here just for the audience, because we had a little bit of a technical difficulty, didn't we, Hero? Seems like it. Well, it seems like we're having problems with Rue's microphone, I think. So I will be demonstrating this out for my own as you know. But yeah, coming up into this race, ladies and gentlemen, this is the replay of that round 2. Yes, we're just gonna get a replay of that last spurt here, and it was a very front-sided matchup. I mean, very dominant, solid start here for the Silent Suzuka here of Blue, and it kind of looked like there was a good chance for Blue to win. The Grass Wander pushing up from the back, going from like 6th place all the way to 4th. And she able to push through, but the King Halo from Rammer was just able to chase the moment that Prideful King Prop. Yeah, Prideful King Prop. It was lights out here for Blue, and Rammer able to take that second game. A bit of a worry. Alright.
まだまだ精進せねばですね。
Hold on guys, we're having technical difficulties, but with that out of the way, reporting at the results here. We have 9th place is Sakura Chiyo-no-O, 8th place is the Special Week, 7th place is the Vodka, 6th place is Haruura, 5th place is Taiki Shuttle, 4th place is Kita-san Black, which will give Dardo another 3rd place finish here. He's not been able to keep up in this one. Grass Wonder gets 2nd, then it is Silent Suzuka in Grass Wonder in 3rd, Silent Suzuka in 2nd, and King Halo will get 3rd here. So a very impressive showing here for Rammer, and 1 race away. We are one race away from this tiebreaker finishing here. Hold on, ladies and gentlemen. Trying to.
Oh, hello.
Okay, I think we can. Yeah, speak to the mic.
Hey, hello everybody. Am I back?
Yeah, it seems like it.
Apologies, chat. I am so terribly sorry. I do not know what happened.
Same there, but as you probably have seen, I played a replay here for the audience, but they can get a replay of that finals one because we had an issue with OBS from the looks of things. But all is good. All is good. So now coming up into this final race, this has been King Halo all the way, and if this doesn't change, we might just get a sweep.
Is this just going to be the King Halo show?
Perhaps here. I mean, Rammer really showing up in this grand finals. I mean, these are the 2 champions, right? The defending champion Blue and Rammer, champion of the Tengu Cup March, and it seems like Rammer really showing up here, kind of proving that his team is better than Blue's. Perhaps
True.
In the context of this race, you can kind of figure out why. I mean, Rammer is the highest seed in this race, but still, they did show up against much stronger opponents, and up against Rammer though, it's just not close.
Yeah, that magic has not been reproduced, sadly.
Yeah, now coming up into this 3rd and potentially final race, do you think there's gonna be any changes?
I don't know. I would like to see a win from either of our other contestants here, but that King Halo's looking too dominant.
Absolutely, especially in the positioning retrospect. Been in 4th for a while now. As a late start here for the Haruura could maybe give some favors for these teams, and now in our 3rd round here, Silent Suzuka once again occupying that, and Kita-san Black, that is not the positioning you want to see in this potentially final race. It's the Taiki Shuttle really trailing from behind here on the side of Rammer. This Taiki Shuttle has been struggling a bit, but I don't think it really matters as much. But she's done her job, right, against the team of HoriYon. And now coming up here, it is the Haruura moving up to 4th, with the Sakura Chiyo-no-O struggling now. It's the victory cheer not being propped by the Kita-san Black. Let's see if this will make a difference now as we slowly get ourselves into the last spurt. Still at 2nd place, but I think that Taiki Shuttle is really going to be threatening this positioning now with the shooting for victory. She says, are you ready? And I'm not sure I am, as we get ourselves into the last spurt now. Silent Suzuka still pushing through as this Grass Wonder is in 7th place. Oh, kind of climbing up a bit here, but look at that Silent Suzuka. The gap is actually way too big. Can anyone go for the chase here? Taiki Shuttle certainly looking to try, but I think...
But can't she get away with it?
This is gonna be it. Oh wait, hold on. Oh, yes!
So close!
A victory here for Blue.
Ooh, nice!
As we're able to push through into another round. And it seemed so close, right? But not enough distance. As we get ourselves into this reporting of the results, 9th place is the Special Week, 8th is the King Halo, really struggled in that one. 7th place is Akita Sunblock, 6th is the Grass Wonder, 5th place is Sakurachi no O, and 4th is the Vodka again. Another 3rd place here for Dardo, and it just seems like he's not able to keep up with these Umas here in this tiebreaker match. 5th place, 3rd place is the Taiki Shuttle, 2nd is the Haruura, and number 1 is the Silent Suzuka, which will put us in another round, isn't it?
We're going to game 4!
Indeed we are, and honestly, that's kind of what the audience wants, right? And I kind of want that too. It would have been pretty sad, the story coming into these three and just seeing like a really dominant one. I mean, not to say that would have been bad, but like it's pretty good for Armor, but just for the audience, I feel like they would always want to see more races. And now coming up into the 4th race, again, potentially the final one, with Hammer with 2 wins, Blue now with a win, Dardo still chasing his first top 2 podium even.
Lock it in.
As we now get ourselves into the 4th round here. And in that race, I think we got to see the power of the Silent Suzuka, why she's such a menace in the team of Blue, able to put some great numbers. Now, I mean, she's been really consistent, right?
One of the best Suzukas we've had in this tournament, yeah.
I think she's just the best. I think she's just the best Silent Suzuka we've had.
We're the only
now
one to
coming
actually win.
Yeah. Now coming up now. Oh, Kita-san back. It's so close here. Yeah, it's gonna start falling off a bit. But yeah, it has been.
Ooh, a lot, actually.
Yeah. It's been... Oh, actually kind of liking this Kita-san block movement now here from Dardo.
Okay.
A lot closer to this Silent Suzuka compared to before. So in the 3rd place is the Taiki Shuttle. Then is the Sakurachi no O. And I'm not too familiar with this King Halo. King Halo and Vodka now moving up from the back. Vodka actually challenging really strong here with Haru Aurora and Silent Suzuka Special Week. And the
Might be the
Kita-san
time
back.
for this, you need to do something.
Absolutely, this might be the best showing that Dardo can have in this race. It's the victory cheer
Show
now
up or
pushing
go home.
through. It's looking really strong now. She's able to take first place. First time here in this one. As ladies and gentlemen, now in the last spurt here, it is Kita-san block at the front side. Suzuka in 2nd place.
Okay.
Taiki Shuttle chasing from the back here with King Halo, Sakurachi no O already pushing through. But no, this Taiki Shuttle is looking so strong. Can this Kita-san block keep the lead going? And actually, it's kind of close. I'm not too sure. The second wheel is going to push it. King Halo at the back as well. Taiki Shuttle is able to take the edge. I think she is, but
she's in the lead.
Will ruin our analysis. Is it gonna be enough? Let's go. Oh, I think that's.
Oh my god.
Oh my gosh. I think that's. I'm not too sure. It's Taiki Shuttle. Taiki Shuttle. Able to take the victory in the end. It was so close. Such a close fight here from the Kita-san Black.
She had such a strong showing finally, but
just too long. Yeah, not enough. Right, so we now get reports in the final race of this tiebreaker match here. Ladies and gentlemen, it is 9th place to Special Week, 8th to Grass Wonder, 7th to Silent Suzuka, 6th to Vodka, 5th place to Sakurachi no O, 4th place to Haru Urara, 3rd place to King Halo, 2nd to the Kita-san Black, which will give Dardo the 2nd place finish in this 4th and final race. And 1st is the Taiki Shuttle, and congratulations here for Rammer, will get himself a 4th place finish in the end here in this cup.
Alright. Yeah, not bad results, not bad results for everyone involved.
Indeed, I mean, would have wished for, would have probably wished for a much better result if you are Dardo. Really couldn't show up in the end here, but Still though, first Tengu Cup, definitely not a
Oh, certainly.
not a bad result too.
It's,
And you know,
it's impressive to make it this far as your first one.
absolutely. And for Blue, I mean, was pretty competitive, right? It was pretty competitive. They take a
Yeah.
win of his own. And for the hope of NA, I think that's something to be proud of. At the least, it's disappointing, not being able to defend his trophy, but at the least
A little bit.
able to have a good showing here, solid showing in the tiebreaker match.
Exactly. Still showed up, made it this far. Got not shabby at all.
Indeed. So, with that out of the way, ladies and gentlemen, that is the end of our tiebreaker match. Of course, we still have the grand finals coming up soon, but of
Stick
course,
around for that.
we will be taking a short break as we prepare ourselves into that very, very big event. But yeah, ladies and gentlemen, I do hope that you guys stay for this one. About like
That's the main event.
yeah, that's about like 5 minutes. About 5 minutes, guys. Give us a little bit of a 5 minutes break, and we shall be back with you very, very shortly. So
Take care.
yeah, we'll be back. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back. It is me, Tsukasa, as well as my partner Hakugyokurou. We're back here
Yeah.
as we get ourselves closer into the grand finals here of the Tengu Cup. It's so exciting.
It's the moment we have all been waiting for. The build-up has been great.
Absolutely, yes. Coming into this finals here. First of all, this discuss about the tiebreaker match we just experienced. And, I mean, that's been a pretty. Was that the result you expected?
I feel about so, but I mean, it was. I certainly expected a game 5, but this wasn't completely out of the realm of expectation.
Yeah. I mean, for me, I think my expectations. I think Rammer was the heavy favorites coming into it. Definitely. I mean, just ignoring the fact that they showed up against HoriYon, it's like the big final boss. I just think that like matchup wise, it was definitely pretty positive. I think the only way I think it was for Dardo specifically. I think it was a very combination of like just a really bad matchup, like where there was a really strong late surgery in the map. There was a runaway that was blocking your Kita-san Black. I think that was such a big problem because Kita-san Black, in her race, she was kind of solely able to push through against against the race against Tsukasa. So coming up in that one, it's definitely a struggle, and we kind of saw that, right? Only able to overcome overcome the weakness in that very last race. So yeah, congratulations again.
Pretty rough to see.
So yeah,
Absolutely.
Congratulations again for Rammer, and
Great job.
able to get 4th place here, and for Blue got 5th place, and for Dardo, unfortunately, we'll get 6th place here, but still pretty solid placing for their first.
No
Tengu
shame
Cup.
in that.
Indeed, and the 2 champions have been have finished. But that said, there will be a new champion being crowned here in this next Tengu Cup, in this Tengu Cup, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
So we get ourselves
man.
the grand finals here for HoriYon, CrazyDave, and Tsukasa. The top 3. This is the first time we've had a top 3 make it into the grand finals. And I mean, what can you say? There's kind of the strongest teams coming in here, right?
It's feeling like it's going to be the most competitive grand finals we've had. Not just 2 people duking it out at the top. This is going to be 3 teams absolutely pushing for that number 1 spot.
Absolutely here. And I think there's no better way to showcase this than actually looking at the stats of how well they did individually. We kind of saw their performances like earlier, but just to showcase the results here. Hold on. So let's go ahead and discuss our teams from starting with HoriYon. And I think HoriYon, which has been very impressive, right? It's been very impressive how they were the final boss of this cup for the whole time, and I think it's a very mirrored story with Blue in how this team has been going. The sole representative from Indonesia looking to stamp their mark here. And I think, for HoriYon, one thing I'll say though, the playoffs definitely was a struggle for them. It was not an easy one.
True. They are not. They may look incredibly strong, but they are not invincible.
Yeah, I mean, what did you say though? Dark Nation really did show up in that semifinals, able to put the numbers in that one, and potentially could do the same in this grand finals. But for Nishina Flower, I think we really saw the weakness of this Nishina Flower. If she's not able to get into that front position, it's a struggle. It's just hard for her to really proc her unique. For her to take that victory, she needs that unique to proc. But if she can't, it's just a bit too much of a gap to handle. And for the rest of the teams here, the rest of the Umas here to perform. And one thing to say though, all 3 of them with a win in that playoff matchup, not to be underestimated. Absolutely the tournament favorites, right?
Yeah, Oh, they're going to be a force to be reckoned with in this one.
Now looking at the dark horse of the tournament, I will say CrazyDave, first top 3 ever, did get top 2, and now in the grand finals, looking still as consistent as they were in this in the playoff, in the round robin now, coming into that playoffs, right?
Absolutely. Just extremely consistent results. The averages haven't changed too terribly much for the most part. Just a very strong, consistent team.
Yeah. One thing is I want to put it into question, of course. They did have a really struggling result against Dardo in that semifinals. So we'll have to see if this team is actually in the level of the 2 other teams here. We have, but you know, we do want to see a very competitive grand finals. Hopefully that they can show up big, because I think they do have the chance here. They did beat Tsukasa once, and with that El Condor Passer, right? We'll see. Maybe the El Condor Passer could potentially take that frontal position once again in this race with no front runner. The Eclipse position is going to be extremely crucial coming up now.
Yeah, maybe that El Condor Pasta can make that Nishino flower mess up more often.
Yeah, and not to ignore, of course, the 2 late searchers here of Vodka and Grass Wonder, who had impressive performances coming in that semifinals, right? So
Absolutely.
I think they will show up really. I think they will be the ones that will put the most consistent here for this team.
Yes, anyone's race on this team.
Now coming up here is Tsukasa's team, and it's been a struggle in a way for this team. I think they really expected a lot more with their performances in the round robin. Alma in the semifinals was really pushed to the brink by Team Blue.
Yeah, Team Blue. The circumstances were just right for Blue to be an actual, real threat. And
Absolutely. And coming up into the semifinals, one thing to say though, Narita Taishin, 3 wins the one to secure for this team. So really looking to anchor their success on Narita Taishin. That is a bit of a worry, depending all on your success on one team. But I guess when it comes to Tsukasa, it has been that kind of story where one Uma always steps up. It's always usually been the Ogre Cup, but in this case it's been the Narita Taishin. And hey, Narita Brian has been pretty solid as well. Hasn't taken a win so far in this cup, but has been that really consistent factor that's been kind of gatekeeping the other Umas from taking strong victories. Potentially could play a really massive role into this one, right?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I feel like this Narita Brian is consistently solid, no win, but is looking strong. This Narita Taishin, absolutely dominant. And this Ogre Cap, if she can show up, that'll mean good things for this team.
Absolutely. And so we get ourselves now into the top 10 APR we saw earlier now, highlighting the teams from the grand finals, and we see most of them kind of appearing in this list, right? We have HoriYon, Narita Taishin, Nishino Flower at the very bottom, which is kind of surprising, right? Come from that round robin result, but now, Narita Taishin, the 2 Narita Taishins being big menaces for HoriYon and Tsukasa, really going to keep an eye out on them as we get into this grand finals.
Absolutely some beasts of Samumas there.
For CrazyDave, definitely a mountain to climb. I do think they have a fighting chance in this grand final. So before we get ourselves closer into the opening ceremony, what predictions do you think you'll have for this grand finals?
I do not know. This is going to be so close. What I do expect, though, is a win from each team.
Yeah, I think we are going to a game 6. I think that's my prediction. I think we are going to a minimum game 6. And I think that's going to be,
I certainly would love to see that.
So, with that out of the way, ladies and gentlemen, we're quickly closing in on that opening ceremony. So, with that out of the way, ladies and gentlemen, as we get ourselves into that one, the grand finals of the Tengu Cup. Hopefully, you guys are able to enjoy what is about to show. We're about to present.
君と見た夢がみんなの夢になる君との出会いがスタートライン右も左もわからないまま走ったねまっすぐな君の想いを頼りに毎日の一つ一つ今につながった走れば走るほど気づかされるよゴールまでまだ遠くて足りないものばっかそれでも走れば走るほど感じるよいつもどんなレースも一人ではないこと夢の先にまた夢があるんだ叶えたいことあるほどゲートを開くよみんなのエール乗せて一歩ずつ叶えに行こう君の声を君の声がみんなと見る夢どこまでも続くよ空を見るように夢を見ていたい願うことから始まるドラマがあるよ風を起こすように奇跡を作り出そう君の希望君の夢を動かすんだ心を世界をこの走りで全力でやります夢の先にまた夢があるんだ叶えたいことあるほどゲートを開くよみんなのエール乗せて一歩ずつ叶えに行こう君の声を君の声が同じ夢を見ようこれからもずっと響き渡れたいかよどこまでも開かれた未来はもう届け鮮烈な君をかけた夢と切り合って高校生長々走ちっぽけな勇気の手を一連特賞にプレーアケン聞け時の声雨に風荒くれて自分さえ見えなくてあの時の眼差しをそのまま突き進め涙越えて走り切った先にあまねく勝利かつてない時代その中心に立てる私響かせようよ開花どこまでも遮るもののない地平へ開かれた未来はもう揺るぎのないプレイ天上天下そうたたえてる I got bright and inside 笑顔見せて刻まれたんだマイヒストリーマイビクトリー響き渡れたかよ開かれた未来
What an amazing opening finals. I mean, opening ceremony. Don't you think?
It's peak. It's
Of course.
peak.
Worked by yours truly. But yeah, ladies and gentlemen, that is the opening ceremony for this Tengu Cup. Of course, celebrating the championing of our previous Tengu Cup here of Team Blue, who won it way back a few months ago. As yeah, it's pretty impressive, wasn't it? I mean,
Absolutely,
not the victory. I mean, not but yeah,
Yeah, I get what you mean, but yeah, it was impressive.
ladies and gentlemen, with that out of the way, we shall begin our grand finals now, actually. So it is going to be very exciting and just a lot at stake in this race.
Exactly. A lot of hopes and dreams on the line from every racer here. Means a lot to the people on here.
Absolutely, and hopefully, not I mean a little biased that I do hope that I can win this one, but one thing I'll say actually, one thing we forgot to mention in the grand finals. This is the second grand finals that Tsukasa has attended, right? This is this
True.
team has attended different roster, of course, but it's a
Still
lot.
the same trainer.
It's a lot of pressure. I mean, a very similar story as well. Tsukasa, except Tsukasa's not the favorites in this one. Definitely the lowest seed coming in third place, but
A lot of expectations on the
would be
line.
kind of heartbreaking to see back-to-back grand finals losses.
Yeah, it would be, but hey, let's have.
That's true. But of course,
Let's
still
hope
though,
for a lot.
it will be very impressive if HoriYon or CrazyDave can take this win, and I think if they win, they definitely deserve it. The game.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Now I think number
This-
1 and 2 HoriYon's Umamusume. Number 1 is the Nishino Flower. That's a scary
Domination.
sight,
Ooh.
isn't it?
Oh, very much so.
So we get ourselves now into the grand finals, the grand finale. It's a very long wait. And we're off here. Late start for the
Ooh.
Nishino Flower, and that is not a good one
Ooh,
to
an El Condor
see
Possum.
here. The Elf Pass are currently in the first place here with I think Narta Brian in second, then the Nishino Flower in third, Ogre Cap in fourth, with Vodka moving up here for CrazyDave, and Grass Wonder as well. With Narta Taishin at the back, Special Week, and another Narta Taishin. Not too sure which is which. I think that's
I could not tell you.
so far so good. That Naruto Taishin is really pushing up into that front position here, but really kind of falling back a bit as we get ourselves closer and closer into the last spurt here. Ladies and gentlemen, El Condor Pass is still at the front, and this is a very prime scenario here for this El Condor Pass. Who is going to take it? Second place now is the Nishino Flower, as Ogre Cap challenging here at the back now at second place.
Uh-oh.
And it's a dangerous spot here if you are the other teams here. Budding Blossom now being propped here by the Nishino Flower, pushing through now in second place, but El Condor Pass is still keeping that push front up. Can she keep this up for CrazyDave?
Might be able to.
There's a way now being propped here from the outside here, trying to push through. It is Nishino Flower now getting that advantage. It's here for Ogre Cap. The triumphant pulse now to push here in this first race, but is it gonna be enough? The gap is a bit massive, but it is not Brian try and challenge, but it's not gonna be close. HoriYon taking the first win here.
Okay. That Nishino Flower, a menace as usual.
Indeed, and what a menace here. Very competitive race, as we saw there. To get ourselves into the results now, 9th place is the Special Week, 8th is Naruto Taishin for HoriYon, 7th is Naruto Taishin for Tsukasa, 6th place is Vodkas. 6th place is Vodkas. Hold on, chat. 5th place is Grass Wonder, 4th is the El Condor Paso, which will give CrazyDave a 3rd place finish here. 3rd place is Ogre Cap, 2nd is Naruto Brian, and HoriYon's Nishino Flower taking a very strong first place finish.
Okay, will that Nishino flower continue to terrorize this race?
Yeah, it was kind of the prime situation here for the Nishino flower, not able to be blocked by these Umamusume. She just kind of had a pass through into the second place, and the moment that budding blossom popped, it was hard to stop it, right? It was definitely hard to prevent this Umamusume from challenging and already getting a race here in this first one.
Definitely. We really need to see her blocked if we want any other chance of success.
Definitely the situation that HoriYon is favored in the, you know. But yeah, game 1 goes to HoriYon. Game 2 now. See if the teams can really do some damage here. The grand finals, they really have to. Being down 2 games is never the situation you want to be in, right?
Absolutely. It's a real dangerous position.
Yeah, this game 1 going in the side here of HoriYon is a massive one for him. For the rest of the Umas here, they must compete.
Got a lot to prove.
It's a national flower that had a late start, able to just push through in the end there. It's kind of really scary. As we get ourselves another start here, ladies and gentlemen. Of the races, it's Oguri Cap now in the Eclipse position.
Okay.
That's a difference in this one, and potentially could be a strong finish here. Nishino Flower, at the back here in 4th place, will push up straight with, but El Condor Pasa now kind of falling back here with CrazyDave. Oguri Cap solely in 1st place with the Eclipse position. Nata Brian in 2nd, El Condor Pasa now passing through. Nishino Flower in 3rd, looking to be 4th as the Grass Wonder here for CrazyDave is not willing to back down, but a lot of skills being propped there is very scary
Nishino
here.
Flower getting blocked.
This is looking really rough here, but look at that, Naruto Taishin now passing by. This could be not an easy race still, as we now get ourselves into the late race. Oguri Cap now pushing into the front here. It's El Condor Pasa here at the front now trying to pursue. And oh my gosh, it's actually a really strong push now here from El Condor Pasa. Is it going to be enough? It's Oguri Cap still in the back here. I mean, in the front, I mean, there's a way now being propped. Oh my gosh, this is really working for Oguri Taishin at the front here. Oh, it's Oguri Cap. Naruto Taishin will take the win.
Who's it?
Oh my gosh, who's the Naruto Taishin, is it? This is a really scary situation here. If you are... Oh, and it's HoriYon's to take this one. With 9th place goes to Special Week, 8th to Naruto Taishin for Tsukasa. Just hasn't been able to perform here. 7th is the Nishino Flower, 6th is the El Condor Pasa, 5th is the Grass Wonder, 4th to Vodka, 3rd to Oguri Cap, 2nd
No unique, they're really hurt.
Yeah, 2nd is the Naruto Brian, and 1st place is the Naruto Taishin. HoriYon 1 game away from securing his first grand finals here of the Tengu Cup, and now a reverse sweep being called upon on the other 2 teams.
My heart's racing. I'm not ready for it.
It's a bit of a big struggle here, and we're again a similar situation to last time in the grand finals of the Tengu Cup. For Tsukasa, the Karasu Shorai had to try and attempt a reverse sweep. Now again in that same situation, it's a lot of pressure.
Can we see a similar amount of comeback potential though?
Yeah, this is no Christmas Oguri in a really favorable situation. This is kind of a nightmare scenario now for the teams here in the grand finals.
Looking quite grim for everybody.
So we now get ourselves into the paddocks in this game 3. Potentially the last one if no one else is able to step up. after the races we go here, ladies and gentlemen. Late start here as we get the Narita Bryan now occupying that first place. Change of tempo. So we get ourselves El Pasa now in second place, Narita Nishino Flower in third, Ogre Cap in fourth, then the Vodka, Narita Taishin, Grass Wonder actually pushing through its special week. Now at the back, and another Taishin here pushing here at the corner. Not too familiar with who is that one, but yeah, it's currently Narita Bryan now in the Eclipse position again. It's a this is a really scary situation now here for the rest of the Umas here.
HoriYon just keeps pushing forward.
Yeah, so many skills being propped at the moment here, and HoriYon's Narita Taishin now moving up as we get ourselves into the last break here. It is a challenge now. Can anyone break through HoriYon? Or with Nishino Flower now looking to solely occupy that first place, it is looking like the end is so close. The gap is so wide here. No one is able to... Oh my gosh. Did we just... Oh my god, we just crash?
Oh no, we got the end results here.
Yeah. Man, why is this happening? Apologies for that, guys. But I think you guys can see that's going to be it here, I believe.
I can never expect anything with this cup.
And ladies and gentlemen, hold up just a second. Let's go ahead and read the results here. 9th place to Narita Taishin for Tsukasa, 8th to Special Week, 7th to Vodka, 6th to Grass Wonder, 5th to Pasa, 4th to Ogre Cap, 3rd to Narita Taishin, 2nd to Nishino Flower, and 1st here to Narita Taishin of HoriYon. And with that out of the way, ladies and gentlemen, the champions of the Tengu Cup Hakugyokurou Kinen is HoriYon.
Give it up for HoriYon, everybody!
And a very impressive showing, sweeping aside the grand finals from their first Tengu Cup, and it just was not really that close, wasn't it?
I did not expect that at all. That was... HoriYon has looked like a monster from the very start to the very end.
Indeed, and with the back of this Taishin and Nishino Flower especially able to push through in this grand finals, and yeah, that's going to be it. 3rd place goes to CrazyDave, 2nd to Tsukasa again, with HoriYon champions. Now, a big congratulations
to HoriYon. It's a very impressive feat and something to be very proud of.
Absolutely, and just been a crazy journey for them. It's been kind of dominant, right? Able to undefeated in that. Honestly, been undefeated aside from losing to Rammer. Just kind of the one loss in this race, right? It's been a really strong journey so far.
That was quite surprising.
Indeed. With that out of the way, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for watching here.
It has been an absolute honor.
Yeah, it has been absolute banger. And
it has been.
I think this cup has been extremely surprising through and through. A lot of results that we have, we haven't had in. Well, I'll say it has been just very impressive. It's been
absolutely the most exciting cup in Tengu Cup history.
Absolutely. And hopefully we will have another Tengu Cup not soon. But yeah, it's been an absolute honor to be able to host this Tengu Cup for everyone. It's been very impressive seeing the teams that people have constructed, right? And
it has been an honor for me to be able to co-host this Tengu Cup, from being a player to being a player and somebody who's commentating these races. It's been very fun.
And with that out of the way, ladies and gentlemen, let me read out the results here of this Tengu Cup. So, for the ones eliminated from the climb to Hakugyokurou, It is let me believe. Hold on, check. It is tied for 5th place and 15th place and 16th place is I believe Hakase and Tunic. Then tied for 13th place and 14th place is Sip Ghetto and Yui. Then 12th place goes to Rugu Gachu. 11th place goes to Random Name. 10th place goes to Roy Trigger.
It's good
In
enough
the
for me out here.
playoffs here, tied for 7th to 9th here, ladies and gentlemen. It is Torrent, Valiona, and Mia. Then it is Dardo, Blue, and Dardo for 6th place, 5th place to Blue, 4th place to Rammer, 3rd place to CrazyDave, 2nd to Tsukasa, and the champion of the Tengu Cup Hakugyokurou Kinen is your one and only HoriYon here from Indonesia. Once again, congratulations to HoriYon as they take home a trophy here in the 3rd edition of the Tengu Cup.
You put on one amazing show out there.
And with that
Oh, man.
said, gentlemen, thank you so much for watching. Thank you for the support. Just coming by and watching the event. It has been an absolute joy to be able to present these races to you guys. Without way, ladies and gentlemen, I am Tsukasa.
I am real.
We will be signing off very shortly. One thing to say, guys, the next Tengu Cup will be on December, so please keep that in mind. Announcements and
December.
information will be presented when the time comes, probably at November.
I thought
So
it was
yeah,
October.
we'll end
Okay.
it there. Yeah, that way,
Fair enough.
ladies and gentlemen, thank you for watching. See you we'll see
Check you next time.
Next time. Goodbye.
Yeah. Bye.
油断してる君には仕掛けちゃうよサプライズそのすましたよ効果をねえ崩れてください驚いたって言ってもさらさら許さない